Hey everybody, welcome to a new episode of the Civil Canadians. I'm Scotty V. I'm with Mr. Movies and King Kansas. How you boys doing?
Fantastic.
Great.
Mr. Movies, you're breathing?
Unfortunately, I am.
Someone's well rested than us, buddy. I don't know.
I
You had a long, nice weekend there.
And before that, I had a long, nice vacation.
We're still talking about
The
that.
great Scotty V gets a big break on.
Oh, you're going to hear it on every single day, especially.
Oh, yeah.
You're gonna hear it. I'm gonna hear it until I go on vacation again.
Might be sooner than us.
You know.
Yeah, that's true.
Unless we go on a permanent one.
Oh, yeah.
Right,
Let me
Scotty?
know.
Yeah, that could happen. All right, so today we're gonna be talking about our top 5 favorite TV series of all time.
Excellent.
So we're gonna get started. I'll go first. We're
Okay.
gonna go from 5 to 1.
Sounds good to me.
So number 5 for me is Fresh Prince of Bel-Ar.
Oh.
I really liked, you like
That's a good
that?
pick.
Yeah.
I liked
It's a
Will
good pick.
Smith. I liked Carlton. I liked the uncle. What's his
Phil.
name? Uncle Phil. I liked the whole cast.
Oh,
And
they were
there was
done
always every episode had a meaning.
That's right. It wasn't just laughs. It was laughs mixed with a serious
There was a lot of
message,
tones
right?
in it.
Oh yeah. I remember the one episode that really got me was when Will Smith's father came.
Oh, yeah. That was...
And then he came.
Look, I got goosebumps when you said that.
Yeah.
Me too, huh?
I don't know. That was weird. We all got
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even remember that episode.
Because I remember how bad I felt for Uncle Phil and everything, saying he's been like a father to
Yeah.
him, right?
Yeah, because he came back and he's like, wants to
Take him back with me.
take him back and build his relationship with his son.
Yeah.
Then he disappears again, and then he
Yep.
just went off and screamed or whatever he did.
Oh,
and then
he
Uncle
freaked.
Phil came back
I
and
get
hugged him.
goosebumps
Right?
again, man.
I get-
There was a lot of messages,
It was
And
fun. That show was
and
good.
people don't realize that's what happened to Will Smith in real life.
Yeah, that's
And-
based on his loosely based
And
on
he
his
said
life.
too, he's never gonna abandon his kids like how his father did.
No,
Right?
And he's an excellent father from what I've seen. You've seen how his kids growing up with
Yeah.
Miss
Yeah.
Jada, whatever.
Pickens Smith.
Pickens
Yeah.
Smith, yeah.
So it looks like a good
So-
family there. They got good heads on their
Yeah,
shoulders.
they're rich. So
Good for them, man.
I don't know.
No, it was good. And we'd call it Scotty. I guess the cast was predominant black in that one,
Yeah,
wasn't it?
one of the
Time-
first families, right? I know there was
1990s, I want to say,
yeah,
right?
there was the Cosby Show, but did that come after or before?
This came
Before.
after.
Yeah.
Fresh Prince came after.
This came before, right?
So it was one of the first.
So it was like an upgrade from the Cosby Show that had serious whatever, a different
Yeah.
tone, even though it was a little funny, to something that was funny but also had message behind.
Yes.
Every day, it was relatable to the black community.
That's what
it was.
I
and
can
it
go
brought
back
on
and watch
TV.
that series. No
Oh
problem.
yeah, you can watch any episode of that, and it's funny from him bringing
Yeah.
DJ Jazzy Jeff on there, his buddy, and they're playing music and going to school. And
Don
you
Cheadle
know.
was in there at one
Yes,
point.
he was.
Donald Trump was there.
Oh,
At the very last episode.
Oh, that's probably why they canceled the show. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, Mr. Movies, what's your number
What's
5?
your number 5, buddy?
My number 5 is Mad Men. Now, I love this show so
Are you making
much.
fun of me, Mr. Movies?
Yeah,
I'm not Mr.
You're definitely one of the Mad
I'm in
Men.
the insane man, not mad.
Yeah, there's a big difference there, of course.
So what'd you like it, Mr. Movies?
Such a great show. It's really what AMC. It's really what brought them up into making even better shows like Breaking Bad spawned off of the success of Mad Men.
Okay.
Walking Dead spawned off of this. They've been able to test a lot of things since then. It was one of the very first truly premium shows on
Okay.
a more basic cable channel that's not like HBO or a
Yeah, where they
Showtime or
glam it up and all that.
Exactly. It was just amazing. The actors, John Hamm was incredible.
Excellent actor.
One of the best actors I've ever seen. Yeah, just so many. Yeah, it was one of the most intelligently written shows.
Mr. Movies, for a guy like me who hasn't really followed it,
Yeah.
can you just give just a little quick brief? What's the show about? Because I haven't really followed. I don't know what the hell the story is.
The premise is essentially it's this marketing firm, right?
Okay.
And their job is to market different products to people, right?
Okay.
That's the genuine.
Now it rings
There's
a
a
bell.
lot of things about it, yeah, but just an amazing, one of the best ensemble casts I think to this day in a show.
Yeah, no, like John Hamm, you can.
John
I've
Hamm
seen him
was
in
incredible.
other movies, and oh my God, I'm telling you, he's played in quite a few. All right, so now you guys got your number 5. My number 5, guys, it's kind of a toss-up, you know, because sometimes it's one week I like this show, sometimes I don't, whatever, and it's something current and recent. For me, guys, it's a tie between The Flash and Arrow. Reason being, entertaining every week. Flash last year was kind of so-so. Arrow picked up the pace. The previous before that, Arrow was not bad. Flash was better. But I love the characters. I like, you know, how they're developing the rogues gallery for the Flash, you know, minus the Thinker, because I could care less of that. That could have been just like a 6-episode story and kind of get rid of it. Loved the Reverse Flash and all that. You know, Arrow. Come on, Stephen Amell, good Canadian boy. Can I go any
That's
wrong?
why
He's
you're
the
biased. You love your
talking
Canadian
about guys
boys.
who
Toronto, right?
Toronto, Vancouver. I think he's Toronto, but he lives in Vancouver because he's filming the show there, right?
Right,
Yeah.
of course.
He loves the Blue Jays because he's wearing baseball caps and throwing out the pitch or something the other day. I think here in the city.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Our own Scotty D.
Yeah, you know, but that's who I would pick, guys, as
Shut up.
my fifth pick. Okay, that's my fifth pick. So, Scotty,
Yes.
what's your number 4, buddy?
My number 4 is The Simpsons,
Wow, the longest running animated series in the world.
and it's still
I
going.
think it might be the longest running series period now.
How many years now, Scotty?
18, 19?
No, more.
No,
they're in the
they're-
20s.
they're-
Season-wise. Oh, no. Years 20-something, yeah.
Yeah, they're on like almost the 30 years.
30th season? Because I remember
30th
like
season,
2-3
whatever.
years ago it was like 23 or 24. I don't even know, but I know that it's in the
And a
20s.
movie.
Don't worry, the great Scotty V is going to check that out. So why did you like The Simpsons? Because, you know, I just started The
cracks me
Simpsons
up.
later.
It
You
just
love
cracks
it?
me up.
Of course.
Homer's funny, Marge is just weird, Bart is evil, Lisa's the smart one,
Bart's not evil.
and
Maggie
yeah,
just...
Maggie
whatever
just
she
never
does.
grows.
Evil.
Maggie just never grows.
I just...
Neither of them do.
Excellent series. I like that series.
Yeah.
I discovered them when I went on vacation and came back, and I'm like, who the hell? I seen all these people wearing these Bart Simpson t-shirts. I'm Bart Simpson. Who the hell are you? I'm like, they actually swear on TV and it's cartoons? Sold? King of Soul.
Yeah, it's sold for more for adults than the kids.
There you go.
Right?
But the kids seem to be...
The only
right?
thing I like everything. The only thing I don't like is their stupid Halloween specials. There was one Halloween
get them tuned
special.
out.
There was one special Halloween episode ever that scared the friggin' heebie-jeebies out of me. That I didn't sleep for a whole week.
Excellent. I love those.
Other than that, that's one of my favorites, and that's my number 4.
Wow, good pick. Mr. Movies, what's your number 4?
So my number 4, I've actually been thinking about it recently. I'd have to change it from what I initially thought.
Do we
For
allow
me-
him to change his
for
number
me,
4?
Yeah, that's.
I mean, I was
Go ahead.
thinking through it, but I have to say overall, I was debating these two. I
Okay.
have to say it has to be Boardwalk Empire for me. Mm-hmm. I love the show. As my list will show eventually, I'm a huge fan of HBO's premium channels.
Hey, you can't go wrong with HBO.
Boardwalk Empire, I thought it was just incredible. The cast's amazing. Steve Buscemi's amazing.
Oh, yeah. Excellent actor,
I
man. He's
love-
hilarious,
I
man.
love Steve Buscemi.
Is he funny on the show?
He's serious, but
Okay.
he
He
is
can
very
be
funny.
serious, but he can also be funny
His
at the same
range
time.
is amazing. He was
Yeah,
in
he's all over the
Transformers,
place.
I think, as well, in a cameo,
Yeah.
right? He's a phenomenal.
He was the wrecker who came with Starscream's head on the last night,
The whole show was amazing.
and the wedding singer.
The premise.
Oh
was
my
on,
God.
It was Prohibition era America, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was very fascinating seeing that sort of era. It's based loosely on like true story in terms of the gangs that were around there.
Kind of
right?
like factual events, and they kind of tied into
His
the
character
storyline.
was the fictional part, right?
Oh, okay.
But everyone else was realistic, which is why it's such
Damn,
an interesting.
gotta check that out eventually, because there's so many damn things to check out
Very
there.
interesting show. Yeah.
Cool. My number 4, guys. I'm gonna, you know what, say I grew up in the 70s, so I'm picking that 70s show. That's my. I'm telling you guys, ever since I watched that from day one,
Even though
it sucked
what
me.
is it, the 90s?
Yeah, it sent the king back centuries. You know, when I started watching it, I'm like, that's kind of the stuff that I did and grew up and kind of very innocent, troublesome fun. Mm-hmm. The actors that we got in there, Mila Kunis, I can go Topher Grace, like
Ashton
Kutcher. There you go, just those two, and then you know that they got married now and they have 2 kids or
course.
something. It's kind of amazing how you could kind of see that kind of relationship
Mm-hmm.
develop there, and just the crazy stuff. And then, oh my God, Red Foreman. My grandfather to the T. The stuff that man did. The one thing that solidified the series for me, guys, is when Hyde got left behind by his mother, and they're going to the house, and then Red goes in, and they can't afford he's lost his job, or he can't put food on the table, and his wife is nagging him that we can't leave him here and all this, and then he just starts swearing and raises his hand up and whatever, and get your ass in the car kind of thing. That was it. I was like, Scotty, I don't know. That was like 11 episodes. And the other one was when his grandmother died in the driveway, and Kelsey reached over to get the tape, and then he's dead. And you have to watch. Those 2 alone will sell you in the series, but that's my number 4 pick.
Number 4, okay.
Yep.
So my number 3 pick is something I just watched recently. If you follow me on Snapchat and
he loved
Instagram,
this one.
You'll see I have a good time.
Scotty's just laughing.
Just thinking about it makes me laugh. My number 3 is The Office.
Wow, eh? I'm
Yes.
surprised that's even higher than your Simpsons there,
And I
buddy.
finished that before you.
Let's
when
be
you're
clear.
telling me.
Let's be clear. This is The Office US.
Oh,
okay.
Like the UK one.
Not
Even
the
though
UK.
I think
No,
I
no,
love
the
the Michael
American.
Scott on the UK one.
The UK sucked.
What's his
Really?
name?
I did not like
Because you
it.
got to get their kind of humor. They got
Who's the
English
main
have different
character
humor.
of the UK one?
I have no clue.
I forgot. Ricky Gervais, I think.
Oh, okay.
Comedian.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
he was phenomenal. The rest of it is.
The rest
He
of
made
them
a
was kind
cameo.
of shit,
To be fair,
right?
Martin Freeman was in it too, and I love
Oh,
Martin
yeah?
Freeman.
Yeah. There was one episode, I think it was season 5, episode 12, when they were doing the fire safety, and then Stanley had a heart attack, and then they had to do they were doing CPR
You
training,
just
Lord.
saw that one. I saw the.
and Dwight cut the face off, and
And that's my favorite episode too.
and then he goes to the conference, he gets a meeting with the corporate, and he's like, I didn't think that was realistic in the movie, but it's pretty realistic.
No way.
It was so funny. It's a two-parter that.
I
That
remember
episode.
that.
Those episodes, man, but it's Steve
Hilarious,
Carell.
eh?
Steve Carell.
Oh, yeah, he's
John
something
Krasinski.
else, man.
Phenomenal finale too.
I know.
Yeah? Was it good? I haven't
Maybe
seen The
Grind
Office.
Man.
Yeah, I did, because Steve Carell came back when Dwight got married at the
Oh,
end.
really?
Very
Yeah,
ending.
very.
Oh, wow.
Phenomenal.
His jokes are weird.
How
His
many
la-
seasons is there?
9.
Oh,
9
my
seasons.
Lord.
His
He'll
last
be
joke
dead
was
by then.
his last joke was just a little weird. He's like, my kids are all grown up, and it's like they all married each other or something like that. That was a weird joke. It was weird.
Oh,
Just to
I
throw
got
you
it.
off. It's like,
I
what the
got
You
hell?
got it?
I
It
got
was a
it.
weird joke.
King don't
but
get it.
You have to watch this series.
That's insane. I haven't watched.
If you think about it, at the time of
It
when
kind of builds up to that. What his comment.
when it aired, it wasn't really a known cast. But if you think about it now, that was an all-star cast.
and that's what a
Oh,
lot of people
now it's
kind of went
incredible. When
off.
I look back, it's an incredible ensemble.
It was a
Damn.
great show. I loved
I
it.
might have to check it out eventually because there's so many damn things
many.
out there.
Yeah.
My
And
God.
I'm someone who I hated the first season personally of the
The
Office
Office?
US. Then from second on, just fell
Yeah,
in
from
love with
second on, it got better.
It tonally.
Really?
I'm gonna
changes
tell
so
you,
vastly.
my favorite 2 characters are Michael and
course.
and Kevin.
Those two.
Kevin is my second favorite character.
I gotta check this
No,
out.
for me, it's gotta be.
Kevin's a perv. It's funny.
It's gotta be Michael and maybe Stanley. I gotta say for
I don't like Stan.
That's right.
Stanley's good, but
I love my boy Stanley. Are you
Kevin.
kidding?
Kevin.
Oh, and what's his name?
Dwight.
I like so
Jim?
long ago. No. What's his name? The guy that the guy who barely shows up. Just shows up like once every so often. Like does nothing.
I don't know who you're talking
Oh
about.
my god.
Sorry guys, the king cannot help
I'm
these
sorry,
two. I
you
don't
You
know
look that
what the
up
hell
while
they're
we go
talking
on to his number
about.
3.
Do Mr. Movies,
You wanna
number
do-
3.
Okay, what's your number 3?
Let me just do this really quickly.
Okay, you go.
Okay,
number
while he's looking up and looking all
I'm
busy over
gonna find it
there.
right now.
Oh, you're too slow. Well, anyways, what I picked is Smallville, guys.
3. Smallville for number
Yes,
3.
10 years. I didn't even think it was going to last past 4 seasons, and this thing went on and on. Sure, there's like 2 seasons, guys. The king kind of almost tuned out of
I
the
gotta
series.
interrupt you for a second.
How dare you? Okay, go.
I love
Oh,
I
Creed!
love myself.
That
Creed.
bastard!
You know he apparently plays himself in that show.
Really?
Like the actor, he was told
Just portrays himself.
portray yourself. That's why he's so
Wow.
weird in it.
Oh my god.
I don't know, these two, The Office. Anything involved with the word The Office, the king tunes out.
Oh no, you have to
King's
get
on
onto
the floor.
Office.
You don't The Office,
So
no.
small.
No,
say.
no.
Watch The Office start season 2.
Trust me.
I don't know. We'll think about it. I don't know. Okay, anyways, back to Smallville before these guys were talking The Office. Like, you guys want to hear water cooler talk. But anyways, Smallville, like I was trying to tell you guys, is that there was maybe a couple seasons. I think either season 7 and 8 that kind of like tuned the king out, and you introduced some doomsday-looking thing, and then some
Doomsday-looking
ambulance chaser, whatever the hell, and then you got him walking around with a trench coat, and the king kind of tuned out, and then Lois came along, and they got better. And then it kind of picked up near the end. That's where it ended off in a good note. I don't want to tell you guys just in case you want to go check it out someday yourself. It's 10 seasons, which I didn't think it would last past 4, to tell you the truth, because I think 4 years was good. But they managed to get going on that one, and that's kind of like, I can watch that series over and over, guys. It's one of those good memories that, you know what? It kind of was like redemption for the king from watching Lois and Clark with Terry Hatcher and Dean Cain, the original two who were, that's who I basically watched more every Sunday, and this kind of came along. I'm like, damn, redemption, And then, of course, what came after that? Arrow.
Yep.
So that's my number 3. Mr. Movie's your number 3.
So my number 3 has to be The Sopranos. And again, HBO show Mafia. Probably.
Gandolfini, that's all I
I think
remember.
many would agree who've watched it. It's probably Even though it's not my favorite, probably not my number one, it's probably objectively, I gotta say on paper, the best show I think of all time.
Really?
I'm gonna say, because my list is my favorite. The best, I'd say on paper, this probably has to be the best.
Oh, you can't go wrong with the cast and the acting and stuff.
Acting's something out of this world. It changed. That's one of the shows that really changed television for me, seeing it, where I realized you can actually make television as good as film.
I think you were right, Mr. Movies. Not only was it good hit here, it was globally. Everybody knew Sopranos everywhere. Like, you couldn't hear someone talk about the Sopranos, whether I was working. Sopranos, you know?
Exactly.
But,
the Mafia introduced that, basically, took a lot of inspiration from The Godfather, of course, which is why it was so good. Cast was incredible.
Oh, it was done. I've seen a couple episodes here. I'm not going to lie to you. I didn't watch the whole thing from beginning to end.
Incredible show.
I don't want to do that because if I ever want to go back like you to enjoy it, I want to watch from the very beginning. How many seasons was there? Do you know, Mr. Movies?
I believe 5, I want to say.
Oh, so that's not bad. How many episodes? Like, it's a full 20 episode season, or is it like 10 or 12?
No, I think it's like 13 or 15 or something.
Oh, really?
Like that, yeah.
That's not bad to check.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind checking it.
Series.
Scotty?
Number 2.
His number 2 is my number 2, so you might as well talk for the both of us
So,
on that one.
our number 2 is Prison Break.
Hell yeah.
And that show was well written from
Day 1.
season 1 to about
3.5.
Yeah.
No, 3.5. And then it redeemed itself with 5 when it came back on.
When it came back on, what, 2 years now? A year.
Last year.
Lee.
Check on the Civil Canadians. We did all 9 episodes or whatever the hell. We did a review every episode.
Yeah.
Phenomenal. Guys, redemption is all I'm going to say. Scotty?
Yeah, Michael Schofield's brother, Lincoln, was framed for a murder he didn't commit, so he went to jail to break him out. But instead of breaking just him and his brother out, he had to bring a whole bunch of crew, Teabag, C-Note,
so
Sue
many
Gray,
supporting characters, guys. Like, it's just crazy. Like, one person after another, and the way they would always get foiled somehow, and then they have to regroup and figure things out. And then you're like, okay, they get out of jail. How the hell are they going to continue the storyline?
Yeah.
It was crazy.
That's where my problem is cut in. I love the first season. I actually love the second season even. Third
was good. It was just like I said. What
That's
I
why
think
it was short.
The third is the fourth season, because the fourth season was a letdown.
Fourth was hot garbage in my opinion, because
it was good until the last 3.5, 4 episodes. Which kind of
I like the revival more than 4 and 3. I didn't think it touched 1 or 2 for a second.
Oh, really?
My problem with it is for a show called Prison Break. Like, 1, they're breaking out of prison. 2, they're on the run. I can get it with it. 3, they're breaking out of prison again. 4 has absolutely nothing to do with breaking out of a prison.
I can't even remember 4.
4, they were breaking into a company.
More like prison. More like company breaking.
Corporate espionage.
They're trying to clear their names. That's what they were trying to do. And then some people got caught, and then he ends up fighting. Sorry, I don't want to spoiler, but I don't want to tell you what happens. And then they redeemed it in the fifth season, which we needed because we were just chirping about it too. And then we got a late Christmas present when that came out, right? Scotty, in April, I think it was. That's the one that came out, 2017. Go check it out if you guys haven't seen it. Mr. Movies, you're number 2, because we have the same.
Of course, I gotta go with. I think many people would be expecting is Breaking Bad.
So yeah, I haven't seen that, but I gotta check it out.
If you're gonna watch any of the shows as good as Sopranos is, again, this is my favorite list, not my best list, but like this is probably the second best.
You highly recommend it, eh?
Oh, this is the one I think you'd get into the most because.
Scotty, tell this man, my personal life, I was the original Breaking Bad. Trust me, the king lived it. I don't know if I want to live it again.
So the premise is this.
Okay, the premises.
So the premise essentially is a Breaking Bad. This is the reason I think you'd like it a lot. It reminds me a lot of you, actually.
It reminds me of my personal life that the king trying to forget, but I don't know. He always finds some way to creep back.
Hey, always.
This man was essentially a high school teacher.
Okay.
Part-time high school teacher, part-time car washer.
And I'm not a teacher. Just the guys make it clear. I don't want you to think.
Part-time car washer. Essentially, you find out later on that he's a genius. He used to be a part of his company. And ended up cashing out, right, for I think $5,000 or something.
That's it?
Just because he really needed the money because his wife had a kid on the way. That company essentially is now worth billions, right? And he always has a vendetta, feels like vengeance against his coworkers to let him cash out. But he's too prideful, essentially. But anyway, he's now car washer, and and the high school teacher, and finds out on top of that, Bill's already hard for him to get by on.
Oh, wow.
Got a family and everything, right? A disabled kid, right? Another kid on the way, and he finds out he has cancer. Terminal cancer, essentially, and
What shitty luck, man.
so he goes and before he dies, he wants to get his family as much money as he can, right? Because he knows they're screwed without him, right? They're screwed with him. Imagine without him.
Yeah, so he wants to
starts
try and make
cooking
money
that.
from
Exactly with his, and this show just goes crazy.
creative. That's crazy, but don't ruin the ending because I haven't seen it. It's one of those I
Incredible.
have to see that.
I won't ruin it. You.
How many
love it.
seasons though?
5.
Okay, you know
And
what?
they're not
just
big.
10 or 11 season kind of
10
episode seasons.
10, 12.
Scotty, you can ever watch the Breaking Bad?
I did. I watched, I think, first couple of episodes of season
Damn,
1.
Scotty, you watched Breaking Bad.
Season 1 was the weakest in my opinion.
Was it?
Oh, you know, from I'd say halfway through 2 is where you sell. It's like a.
You should start watching.
You
that's
start to
when
go,
you focus.
oh crap! This
Now
is
it's
happening.
going somewhere.
Then 5 is probably like when I say The Sopranos is the best show, I'd say probably objectively ever. I say as a whole.
Okay.
If I'm talking about Breaking
beginning
Bad's
to end.
final 2 seasons, I don't think there's anything on television as
So
close.
Sopranos for you, in your opinion, is complete series, like
Yes.
from beginning to end.
Breaking
This one
Bad,
is selective.
4th
like
and
from-
5th, there's nothing in my opinion The Sopranos touches to the 4th and 5th season.
Okay.
Those 2 seasons
Oh yeah, I
are
remember.
something.
That's another series that was known worldwide. You know, it
Exactly.
wasn't just to North America and everybody kind
Bryan
of followed.
Cranston going from Malcolm in the Middle
Two?
to breaking. To
Yeah, I remember
Zordon
that.
in his Power Rangers
to
movie.
one of the greatest dramas in history. Are you kidding?
That's true.
Incredible, man. That was.
You can't go wrong with that actor. He's such a good actor. Like he's one of
Phenomenal.
those. You can watch that guy in anything. Was he
Such
in
a
one of the
range,
Godzillas?
exactly. He will, of course.
Yeah, the 2014 one.
2014 one.
See, the king knows something.
He has so much range as an actor.
And
You
your
think he was
Power
just a
Rangers.
comedian.
Zordon.
Yeah, Zordon.
Wasn't it?
Totally forgot about Power Rangers.
He loved that.
Scotty, how dare you in Power Rangers this and Power
Scotty
Rangers
loves
that?
Power Rangers.
Shut
Are
up.
you kidding me?
It's okay, part 2's coming up.
Yo.
I don't
Hasbro
know.
bottom.
I don't know.
Hasbro bottom. New toys coming out.
I know.
I'll tell you right now.
Hasbro.
It's gonna be good. Trust me. They'll know what the hell they
So
do.
Scotty,
No crossover though. I don't want.
tell us about your number 1 now.
Yeah, because me
Yeah,
and
You guys have the same number 1.
Yes.
Okay, mine's different.
So what's your number 1, Scotty V? Go. Sorry, the great
The
Scotty
great
V.
Scotty V.
My number 1 is gonna be,
The silence.
yeah, drum roll.
Oh, here we go.
Friends.
Wow, Scotty, that's so like left field. I cannot believe that.
What, did you guys think I was gonna say Gotham or something?
That's what I thought.
We should play the theme song now.
If you honestly look at Scotty V's list, I don't think there's not even one super. I think I have more superheroes on my
Yeah,
list.
I don't have a single.
I don't have a single.
No, you don't.
superhero.
I don't have a single superhero. so
Really?
that's
I'm not a big fan of superheroes.
as much as I love Gotham. Gotham didn't make that list. It would be number 6.
Or it'll be number in the top 10. We ever
Yeah.
did a
Mine
top
would
10
be
list.
maybe in my
Wow.
out of my top 20 probably.
I
No,
just
Gotham will be probably my 10.
like
even though
Friends.
I'd have way more in there.
I like Chandler. I like Monica. I like
Jennifer Aniston.
Rachel.
Of course, Jennifer.
I like Joy.
Jennifer Aniston too.
I think Joy Ross.
Greek.
I think all the
Oh,
guys.
yeah?
Dude, I think all the guys on the show I like.
Yeah, well, you can,
Chandler, Joey, Ross.
Joey alone. Jesus, you just watch it for that, Scott.
Just a side note before the hate. How I Met Your Mother is better.
Nah. Joey's favorite line. How you doing?
Hate mail?
Yeah.
That man.
How I Met Your Mother's better. I'll
Nah.
say it now. It is. It has to be.
All I have to say, it depends on when you grew up.
For sure.
Friends
For sure.
was the
Of course.
Shit.
Of course.
and 10 seasons, man. How many years was your show?
Which one?
How I Met Your Mother.
8 seasons of one or 9.
2 seasons less. That means they weren't that good. So
Yeah.
That's not why. It's hard to keep
Anyways,
shows
they
alive.
couldn't afford the people on Friends. That's why they had to stop. after
I
season
could afford
10.
that characters on How I Met Your Mother.
I just
Hey,
got
excuse
bored.
me, Kobe Smulders, your Avengers, huh? Scotty
There.
V?
Yeah.
Got him. You see his face?
Agent Hill.
Agent Maria.
That's where she came from. Ew.
Yeah.
She's from How I Met Your Mother.
Canadian, buddy.
I know she.
How I
dare
Met
you.
Your Mother.
I don't think. I'm not saying she's ill because she's Canadian.
I forgot the girl who was in Buffy the Vampire Slayer as well. One of the side characters that is a main character in How I Met Your Mother. I forgot her name.
Oh, yeah. I can't remember her name now. I know exactly.
Let's get back on
King will
topic.
remember eventually. Sorry,
Anyways,
Scotty.
Friends is my favorite. I like all the guys on the show because they're pretty funny. Paul Rudd was in it at one point. He ended
Yes, he was. Boyfriend.
up marrying Phoebe.
Yep. That was hilarious when he was on there.
Yeah.
Tom Selleck was on there.
Yeah.
Who else was Bruce Willis showed up
Oh,
at
yeah.
one point.
He was such a sissy, Bruce Willis.
I think
After
he did it on purpose.
coming out of Die Hard,
Yeah.
he was such a
That's what
baby.
he wanted. You wanted to come up and just be a little wuss bag on there. But it was so good. And who was Reese Witherspoon was her sister, Jennifer Aniston's sister. Like
Rachel.
quite a few cameos on there, man. I'm telling you, like you cannot. There's not one season I would say that sucked. Scotty, you remember any season you can say, oh, this was a bad season out of the 10 years?
No,
I don't think so.
I think it was all good.
And you would wonder with a show like that, it's like how many different stories could you go year
The
after
one
year?
thing they shouldn't have done,
Okay.
they shouldn't have done the Joey spinoff.
Yeah, it just lasted. Joey Tribbiani. It was like not even 6
season or
months, and
something?
he was like a plumber with his father or something, and then it just kind of went off the air. So okay, you can watch his new Man with the Plan.
Yeah, that's pretty funny.
You guys, you have to watch him in that. If you haven't seen a grown up Joey, watch him in that one. It's just stuff that he gets in trouble. Sorry, guys, off topic, but Friends, Scotty, you can't go wrong with them.
Nope.
Mr. Movies, I will give you the privilege to tell everybody on YouTube land who mine and yours shared #1 pick
Of course.
overall. Because if you guys don't think this is the ultimate infinite, a #1 TV series at all time, then you don't deserve to
Has
be
to
on
be my
YouTube land.
favorite.
Don't say it's not.
My favorite easily.
Hate mail, Scotty V.
Easily. If it's not,
It has
I
to
will
be.
I can argue about anything.
I won't kill. I won't.
There's
donate
no
blood.
argument. There is no argument it is the best. Is to watch. It's the most enjoyable easily. I read all the books. That's me. I read the books for God's sakes. That's how bad it was.
I give him credit because Mr. Movies, the only book I'll read is a comic book because it has pictures. Because I ain't reading, and that's just 36 pictures, double side.
Give me a drum
pages.
roll. It has to be Game of Thrones. Of course it has to be Game of Thrones. No.
Scotty,
You're a
every
fool.
episode, I'll tell you right now, is shot like a movie.
Literally. There's never been a more expensive show on it.
It's
a season
done well.
is about as much money as a full-fledged movie.
I'd rather watch Inhumans.
Scotty, you're gonna get
Scotty.
voted off the island.
Scotty B, I thought I was gonna get the hate mail.
Oh, you're
I
gonna,
met
you're
your mother,
gonna be bad. You're gonna have to be in. You're gonna have to wear a getup. We're gonna have to. give you
Let's
glasses.
be clear. I'm joking.
Oh, you better be.
I don't mean anything.
Firstly, what a cast.
Because I think even
right?
God above will stretch you.
King, what a cast. These guys,
Phenomenal.
incredible, and most of them start off like not much, really.
Scott, you're talking a bunch. Some of them were just kids, and the way they
kids.
develop to grow up, and then you kind of follow, and they're each of their storylines.
If you watch them for the first season to the latest, it's like night and day. Like, who are these phenomenal actors?
and when
right?
you're up to where we are, you really feel all their heartaches and accomplishments, and like just who's
There's
look-
never been a show where the premise genuinely is to get you emotionally attached to characters, and you just murder them off one
Scott,
after
and
the
then,
other.
like I said, the bad guys when they meet their maker. Oh my God, is there epic death scenes
yeah.
and the blood? What is the wedding one that?
The Red Wedding, of course. And it's a show that I love how
Hits your nerves, man.
I don't
it's
love
so
that. I love how it's true that it really shows that like we're always told, oh, good prevails against evil. What this show does very well in the books,
Twists
it really
and
shows
turns.
you reality.
Yeah.
Good doesn't always prevail against evil. If anything, evil typically wins over good. It really shows that
And then
people
when-
do win.
and then-
right? I
yeah,
think that's very interesting.
exactly.
That's about how you deal with it as a good person to continue. Right? That's what I love the premise of the show. Everything that themes it sets
exactly.
off.
And when good does happen, Scotty, it's so much more powerful because it's very
Exactly.
rare that it occurs. And when it is, you're like,
Exactly.
oh my God moment. I'm telling
Exactly.
you, when you see her get on her dragons, like whatever, and she's.
Dracarys just burns down.
And
all
then one of
that.
the dragons goes down. Last seat, like when you start watching this and you're like little baby dragons, and all of a sudden she's writing these things.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, they're just dragons, and I know they're imaginary, but when
It reminds me.
you feel you feel her loss when she loses.
I find
losing
it
a
odd that
kid.
you don't like it because it reminds me. The reason I think he'd like it is it gives me similar feelings to like how looking at like first season of Game of Thrones feels to me like looking at the first Avengers.
Okay.
Looking at the latest season is like looking to Infinity War and just seeing how far everything's progressed. You know what I mean? Just seeing like we started at like scraps, not much, and now look at this. This is like.
Yeah,
this is
exactly.
a colossal scale. It's
And for me,
incredible.
guys, I'm not probably like this guy here. He probably started from day one watching.
I
every
watched.
single
I
episode.
read the books. I read the first book
There you
before
go.
the
See,
first.
the king wasn't
season.
that. I think I didn't start to kind of
Yeah.
like watch until it was about the fifth season or fourth season. And I binge watched, thank God there were 10 episodes each year for me to catch up. And once I caught up, I was hooked. Because before I'm like, come on, King Arthur, like dragons.
It's
and
it's
people,
probably the first show I ever, like, sometimes even nowadays, I missed like an episode there, I'll PVR it or something.
This you would watch.
This I would wait, I'd clear out schedule, I'd book time off of work, I'd go, no, Sunday at 9 o'clock I will be on my freaking couch watching this.
Yeah.
Nothing will distract me. A robber could break into my house. I will finish this episode and then deal with him.
And no robber's going to
how-
break into King's house, he'll take you out. Don't even think about it, okay?
That's
Especially if
how
I'm watching Game of
serious
Thrones,
Scotty V I am about this show.
there'll be a sword right beside me, you're done.
Serious.
See, I think for me, Mr. Movies,
Yeah.
when that first came on, I watched Lord of the Rings. And for me,
Of
it's kind of
course.
like, here you go, another Lord of the Ring knockoff, let's do a show. That's probably why it kind of tuned me out at the beginning. But once I let it and you hear everybody at
And the
work
big
talking,
thing-
you got to watch it.
the big thing,
I think you're
yeah.
going to like it. If you honestly give like the first 3-4 episodes, Scotty, you're going to be hooked.
The big thing about this show, last thing I want to say, is how impactful it is. We talk about how Breaking Bad and Sopranos were massive
This is epic.
changers.
This is epic.
I don't think there's ever been a massive pop culture hit like this where, look at it like,
It's phenomenal.
look at it. Do you remember when you were a teenager? People laughed at it was the geeks, the nerds who were into like Dungeons and Dragons style
everybody is,
stuff.
yeah.
It was the nerdy thing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Then Lord of the Rings came out, and Lord of the Rings pushed it a little and made it like it's still nerdy, but now Lord of the Rings made it kind of at least we
Cool.
can win Oscars. It kind of made it like more prestigious, but still nerdy. What this did, the reason I think this is so amazing for pop culture, this made what was 30 years ago or 20 years ago nerdy. This made it cool. People who watch this are like, holy shit, this is a cool thing to do. This isn't a nerdy thing anymore like 20 years ago. This is, everyone is obsessed. Look at the people who are obsessed. Hollywood, look at the actors who are going
There's
on.
gonna be a prequel, isn't
Brad Pitt, I remember reading this article. He literally bid money just to have dinner with the mother of dragons from this show. This is something, there's never been a show like this. I'm so passionate about
Mr.
this
Movie's
show.
so excited there. Scotty V will tell you, the reason why you can watch shows like this is because of the MCU.
Oh yeah, for
Because
sure.
if we didn't get good movies like Iron Man that started the ball, because trust me, movies like Blade and all this other Spider-Man, it wasn't to the level, but yeah, this just put it over the top.
This is something that-
MCU started the ball rolling, this pushed it over, and it's continuing to keep on going up, and that's why we have all these different genre,
Yeah.
sci-fi, whatever, Scotty, kind of movies.
This
and
made
stuff.
something, nothing's ever been like this, where something seemed geeky and nerdy is cool.
And it's
like-
having the passion. That's what it is. It's being passionate. And the thing
Yeah.
is, how you feel about Game of Thrones, buddy. Like I love this show.
Yeah.
Not probably as much as
No,
you like.
no. For me,
you
it's
would
something
bleed.
else.
You're cutting and probably whatever. For me, it was
For
like
me, yeah.
it was like the shows that I grew up. What I was that's the same impact. How you feel is how I
Exactly.
felt passionate back then.
Exactly.
Just like Scotty's whatever. Friends for Scotty was like. Phew,
Scotty V.
But I loved our picks, guys.
Yeah, for sure.
Before we go, Scotty, because I know we ran with this like probably like the marathon episode here.
Good, it's been a good episode.
We know that the fall, a lot of shows are starting up and stuff.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything that you guys are really looking for? I know we have two series finales, like Gotham and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yep.
Which of those you guys are interested in the last
I need
season?
to finish off
and
the-
Game of Thrones, those three.
I need to finish off Fear the Walking Dead first. It's still going on. For next season shows, I know for sure Game of Thrones next year. Let's put that out of the way. I know I gotta watch Ray Donovan, the new season when it comes
I
out.
heard that's supposed to be good
That's
too.
a great show for me.
Sabretooth from one of the X-Men.
Yeah, Liv Schreiber. He's incredible in it. Yeah, so that's the major one I'm looking forward to.
Gotham, because
Gotham?
Shield is not giving until July next year.
Oh, that far?
It's not gonna show until the summer.
Oh my God! I thought maybe it'll be something to lead into the the movies. That
It's
are
gonna
coming
come out
in,
after Avengers 4.
Oh wow! Because Coulson's gonna probably get hyped up in Captain Marvel, and oh look, he was there. Let's watch the show now.
Clark Gregg left the show because of Captain Marvel.
So he's filming. That's why they did it. So
And
perfect
and
timing.
he did one episode of Shield.
See, for me, I want to see how Gotham ends. Myself.
Batman.
Game of Thrones, of course, but that's next year. But
Next
yeah, I
year.
want to see if he's gonna actually put the cowl on, and you're gonna see him with the mask or look at it.
They're canceling Gotham because I think they want to bring Batman into the CW.
Yeah, because I know they're doing the Batwoman, whatever, the 2-3 event.
At
You
least
have-
I'm happy they're finishing it off and not just canceling it, because a lot of shows
Yeah.
have been just done. At least they're giving this a proper send off.
Yeah, because they already have Superman. They already have everybody on the other side, they might as well just bring Batman on there, right?
We have Legends next season as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not.
I don't like Flash. Legends is more my thing. So
Flash, like I said last season, but
Arrow's the big
Arrow.
one I'm looking
Yeah.
for.
All right.
That's it, Scotty. I
that's
think
it.
we done rambling for this episode.
Yep.
You guys let us know. Give us your top 5 TV series of all time.
For
Scotty,
sure.
Yep.
on YouTube land
sure.
comment section.
All
get outta here.
right. Should I announce anything?
Yes, Scotty.
Okay.
Tell them what new projects that,
Okay.
that you might have on the
So,
works.
starting Friday, we're going to be doing unboxing videos.
Nice.
I'm going to start off with...
Tell them what you're going to be doing, Scotty.
I'm going to be unboxing the limited edition Spider-Man PS4 Pro.
Christmas has come early for the great Scotty V.
Oh,
Yep.
there's gonna be a beauty to see.
So starting on Friday, we're going to be doing that. These guys probably will do something. I don't know.
100%.
We'll start...
Eventually, but Scotty's going to kick the ball off.
Yeah,
with
we're
the
going to start
unboxing
Friday
videos.
doing that kind of stuff. So you're going to get game, movies...
Whatever we have, we get our hands on little
Whatever,
toys, figures.
whatever we can get our hands on, and if we can get sponsored, that'll be great. But yeah, so Friday we're starting the unboxing videos, and yeah,
That'll be fun for you. You're
Yeah.
gonna have fun. You better show up on set and for the next following week, because this guy, he's gonna disappear. He's
Yep.
gonna hibernate.
for sure.
Mr. Vuis.
All right, guys, if you like this episode of the Civil Canadians, hit a like, share, subscribe. Do check out our other videos and our trailer reactions as well. Thanks for the support. Have a good week.
Be good, stay out of trouble, and tune into the Civil Canadians.
Be good.
Have a good day, guys.